CHOO-uh, a soup older than the borders that run through it. From the warm, slow waters of the Mekong Delta in southern Vietnam, where the river gives fish and fruit and herb in the same wet breath, and the families along its banks learn to cook the season into a single sour bowl. Canh Chua means simply sour soup, but it is never only sour. It is tamarind and sugar, pineapple and tomato, the salt of the sea in a spoon of fish sauce. In one bowl, the southern table holds all four tastes at once: sweet, sour, salty, savory, and asks them to sit together in peace. 4 bowls, 15 minutes to prepare, 15 to cook, 30 in all. We begin with 1.5 pounds of catfish fillet, 3 tablespoons of fish sauce, and 3 tablespoons of tamarind paste. Then 5 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 cup of pineapple, 2 tomatoes, 8 pods of okra, 1.5 cups of bean sprouts, 1/4 cup of rice paddy herb, 1/4 cup of culantro, and 1 red bird's eye chili. In a large pot, a single tablespoon of vegetable oil, warming over a medium flame. 4 cloves of garlic, minced fine. Let them fall into the oil and wait for the moment they turn the soft gold of late afternoon. The kitchen begins to smell like the soup long before there is any soup at all. Now, 5 cups of water. Pour it slow over the gold. Bring it up to a rolling boil. Then 3 tablespoons of tamarind paste. The sour heart of the dish. Whisk it through the water until it dissolves completely, and the broth turns the color of amber held to the light. 3 tablespoons of fish sauce, nok ma, lowered into the pot, the savory floor beneath everything. And then 2 tablespoons of sugar to soften the tamarind's sharp edge. Taste it now. Sour, then sweet, then the deep salt underneath. This is the balance the Delta is named for. 1.5 pounds of catfish, sliced thick, lowered gently into the bubbling broth. And here we slow down. Never let it boil hard. The fish wants a quiet simmer. 5 minutes, no more. Watch the edges turn from glass to white. The patience of this moment is the whole dish. Now the fruit. 1 cup of pineapple, cut into bright chunks, slipped in beside the fish. Then 2 tomatoes in soft wedges. Let them cook just 3 minutes until the pineapple gives up its sweetness and the tomato softens into the broth like dusk into water. 8 pods of okra, sliced on the diagonal, stirred in for 2 minutes only so they stay crisp and green. Then take the pot from the heat and fold in 1.5 cups of bean sprouts, za, at the very end. They should never truly cook. They should only warm and stay alive. This is a soup of the South, of the Mekong Delta, Mekong, Vietnam's great rice bowl and fish basket both, where the river floods 9 mouths into the sea. The water is never far, and a cook there has always had fish in the morning, fruit on the tree, and herb at the door. Canh Chua is what abundance tastes like when it is cooked with care. The sour soup is older than the maps. It carries the memory of the Khmer kitchens that shared this land. Their samlor machu, the sour soups of the lower Mekong, cousins across a border the river never recognized. The grandmothers of the Delta will tell you the soul of Canh Chua is not the fish at all. It is the herbs you add last. And so we finish where the flavor truly lives. A 1/4 cup of rice paddy herb, roam, torn by hand over the surface. It smells of cumin and citrus and the wet green of the fields it is named for. Then a 1/4 cup of culantro. Now, guy, the long sawtooth leaf. No ordinary herb can stand in for these two. In the Delta, Canh Chua is not a special occasion dish. It is a Tuesday. It is what a mother makes when the catch is good and the tamarind tree is heavy. It is served in the middle of the table, shared, ladled over rice. A soup that asks the whole family to lean in at once. Everyday food, the kind that outlives every empire that ever passed through. 1 red bird's eye chili, sliced thin, laid across the top for a last quiet heat. Ladle the soup into 4 wide bowls. The amber broth, the pale fish, the bright pineapple, the green of okra and herb. Steam lifts into the candlelight. Canh Chua survived because it never tried to be grand. It only tried to taste like home. Sour and sweet and salt and savory, all at once. The way a river holds everything it passes. And the table, at last, is set.